Alright, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a video on Apex once again. We have got some trailers coming through for Conduit, and I want to have a little bit of a talk about her abilities and what I believe they could work, or basically how they're going to work in the game. So first of all, we have Conduit's Tactical, which looks to be some form of healing device. You have two of these little spherical, semicircle type of things on your back. And when you use one of them, it will heal a teammate a little bit. Don't know how much this actually is. I believe there was a leak saying about 25 health. Well, shield, not health. And as you can see in the trailer, I don't know whether Mirage was actually downed or not, but some people were saying that it could possibly even revive teammates that are a little bit further away from yourself. So very similar to Lifeline's revive mechanic there as well. Now, I do also want to know if this ability will be able to be used on yourself, because as you know, Lifeline and her heal ability, you can use that yourself. I don't like it when they release support characters and their abilities become useless because, you know, all your teammates are dead and you can't actually get them back. I don't like when they just have, abilities that are dependent on that. So we'll have to see. Maybe you have to toggle Newcastle's ultimate. Maybe you have to toggle it or something where you have to aim at a person to give them shield, or just use it normally and you give yourself the shield. But then I don't know how that would work, because I think a lot of people will be very selfish and just use the shields on themselves rather than actually supporting the team. I don't know how exactly it will work. We'll have to see, but it seems like a pretty good ability. On paper, basically. Then for this one, as you can see, this is a snapshot of the ultimate ability, which was basically described as these little Titan batteries that are essentially like Watson fences, but you cannot break them. So how I basically interpret that is you get stunned by these little things that you throw on the ground, like a Valkyrie tactical type of thing. You just put them in an area, and anyone who's in that area gets affected by it, except this obviously has to be better than a Valkyrie tactical or Ash tactical. So people have been theorizing that this could be some form of siphon ability, where you essentially take the enemy's shield and then use that shield on yourself. So if you just hit people in the area, then you heal yourself, heal your teammates, things like that. I don't know whether they're going to be using a unique system, Valkyrie's jetpack. There's a meter on Valkyrie's jetpack, so I wonder if they're going to have a meter of shields that you can use to then use for your tactical. It'll be really interesting how they implement this, obviously, because it is a unique turn on how a Lifeline's very defensive, I would say, as a meta character. This character is more offensive, so it's quite unique in that way, that you essentially have to push people to support your team in a way, if you think about it. Because if you push people and you siphon their heals, then you can heal your squad more. So it is really unique if that's how it's going to work. That if it's not going to be a siphon ability and it's just going to be a damaging ability, still, once again, this character will be very offensive as a support character. So I think a lot of people will like this character when they do release. And this screenshot right here, I know it's a very scary one because it's just jumping at the screen, but if you remember in the trailer, she was basically running away from a Bangalore ult, and this is the one that we have the least amount of information on because it was the most peculiar. It didn't really have any information to back it, but the leaks basically suggest that her passive is basically going to be whenever you're not next to teammates and you're running towards your teammates, you essentially get a Octane speed boost, the equivalent of Octane's stim, to run towards your teammates so that you can essentially support them. That's the whole part of it, right? Now, of course, on paper, once again, this does sound really, really good because you essentially have a permanent speed boost until you get to your teammates. However, if you think about it, there's two massive problems that I have. First one is it encourages people to stay away from their teammates because they can just speed around everywhere and try and kill people easier, especially if they're the type of people to want to kill a load of people in the game. You know, it's going to completely remove the support aspect because the people are just going to be running around and getting 40% speed boost as long as they're looking in your general direction. So I want to know how much that's abusable, but also another problem as well is obviously it's reliant on you having teammates. If you're by yourself, what does it mean? Does it mean that you're just not going to get the passive? Does that mean you just don't have a passive anymore? I don't know how that's going to work, so we're going to have to find out. But another major part as well is that a lot of people were saying as well is that there's something called radiation that she's basically got, because the Titan batteries, they emit a radiation, so she can't actually use them all the time. So that's why I kind of lean towards the whole, like, she has like a meter like thing where she has like a set amount of shields that she can use by killing enemies and damaging enemies with her ultimate and stuff, to use on her teammates. And obviously that's why they have radiation, because if you use too many, then obviously you'll get radiated and then die. So there might be some, I don't know what, but there might be some form of drawback similar to Octane, for example, if you are healing teammates too much. So there could be like I don't know, like how many charges are your tactical, and if you are, healing your teammate, and maybe like the fourth heal, you might take a bit of damage yourself. So it's almost like a bit of a skill dependent thing where, like, ooh, shall I heal my teammate or shall I just wait a little bit and then heal them and I don't take any damage off that? So that would be really interesting to see how that would work. But lots of questions to think about right now for this character. Overall, I love the way the character looks, I love the personality, and the abilities sound really good. I've been waiting for a really good medic support character for a while, so yeah, I'd like to know what you guys think about this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.